Hey, Health Freak Nation, Kevin here. We're going to go through some basic foam rolling techniques using a more dense foam roller, so it should be a little harder. Depending on how you feel, you can go a little bit softer. Up to you. There is a proper way to do some foam rolling techniques to actually make sure you get the most out of it. Um, 5-10 minutes a day can go a long way to making sure your body is well balanced and also feeling pretty well. So we're going to start with the calves first. You want to break down the calf. You want to work just the lower part first, then you want to hit the upper part. So you can cross one leg over the other, put the hands right by your hips, lift the hips up, and then slowly roll from your Achilles just about to the middle of that calf, and then slowly roll back. So you want to breathe really deep as you're doing this, and try to find the inside of that calf, see if it hurts more, or go to the outside. Focus on the more tender spots. So you do about 4 to 6 rolls back and forth. And when you're done, right in the middle of that calf, bring your butt down, and then just rock side to side. Now, if there's too much pressure on that calf while your hips are lifted, you can use that other leg to have a little bit of support on the floor and take a little bit of weight off that calf. Now we're gonna hit the upper part. So hands right by your hips, start in the middle of that calf, lift your butt up, slowly roll just below the back of that knee. Don't go too far in the knee because there's a lot of nerves there. Don't want to hit too many of those. Just go nice and slow and breathe very deep. Again, if you need to take pressure off, you can put that other leg on the outside of that roller to help take some pressure off. Once you're done 4 to 6 rolls, stop just above that calf muscle and rock side to side with that leg. Do about 4 to 6 of those right where it hurts. This is scrappy, should be joining us a lot. All right, after that, we're gonna hit the other calf. So switch legs, cross the leg up, lift the hips up, and slowly roll. So you wanna try to apply as much pressure onto that calf muscle as you can, depending on what your pain tolerance is. So once you guys are done 4 to 6 rolls, nice and slow, stop right in the middle where it's more tender and rock side to side. So speaking on pain tolerance, on a level, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're above an 8 where you're rolling, that's when I would recommend putting that other foot on the floor, take a little pressure off, or stop and try it another day. So you don't want to really hurt yourself while doing this. Now we're going to get the upper part of that calf, so start right in the middle, lift the hips up, slowly roll. Nice and slow, find those tender spots. Try to focus on those tender spots a little bit more. Good 4 to 6, 4 to 8 rolls. Then stop right above that calf muscle and then rock side to side. So that's the calves. Now we're going to hit the glutes. So that's the butt. So you're going to grab a seat on top of that foam roller. We're going to demonstrate on that right hip first. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can keep that bottom leg or that right leg straight right now. You can just kind of roll back and forth, trying to find those tender spots. Usually higher up on that glute muscle will be a little bit more tender. Now if that's not too bad, you can cross that right foot up onto that left knee. So whatever hip you're on, that foot is up on that opposite knee. That will open up the glute muscles, get a little bit deeper, which will probably be more tender for most of you. So nice and slow, just breathing deep. Find that tender spot, hold it there. You're gonna rock those hips side to side. Now we're really kind of spreading that muscle apart a little bit more. Working a different range of motion to help loosen up those knots and those tight muscles that you have. A couple more. All right, we're gonna switch it up. So carefully switch those feet around. Lean over to that left side. Start with that left leg straight for now, and then just kind of roll. See if it's tender. You always want to try to look for those tender spots to really kind of break up that muscle. Tight muscles can cause your body to be out of balance, can cause aches and pains in other joints such as your knees, your hips, ankles, even the back. So foam rolling every day will definitely help. All right, if it's not too bad, cross that left foot up onto that right knee. Opens up those glute muscles and gets a little bit deeper. Do a couple more rolls back and forth. Nice and slow, breathing heavy. Find that tender spot and rock side to side. Couple more. All right, now we're gonna hit the quads. That's the top of your legs. All right, we're gonna be face down. You're gonna do one leg at a time, so make sure you have enough room. I'm gonna demonstrate on my right quad first. So again, kind of like the calf, you wanna break down the quad. Go from top of the knee to about the middle of your quad. And then you break it down, middle of your quad to right below that hip. So we're gonna do the bottom part of your quad. So you're gonna lay face down, get that roller right above your knee on your forearms to help support. And that other leg, the opposite leg, is kind of in an army crawl. So it's out to the side to offer some support. Now breathing heavy, nice and slow. Exhale as you kind of roll up towards the middle of that quad. And then breathe as you roll to the top of that knee. Again, you can roll that leg outward or inward to try to find those tender spots and try to work on those spots. As I'm getting licked in the ear by my dog. Hey, it's life, right? It happens. So nice and slow, making sure you try to get a little bit deeper into that muscle every single time. And now stop where it hurts, kind of in the middle of that quad. You're gonna do some knee bends, nice and slow. Bend that right knee nice and slow. Breathe deep, and then lengthen that leg. Exhale as you breathe deep, lengthen, try to get all your weight onto that leg, and then straighten. I'm gonna do about 4 to 6 of these. This is number 3. And breathe. I'm gonna do 3 more. And you can move it around, try to find that tender spot. You don't always have to stay on that same spot. 2 more. Make sure you're breathing, trying to relax. Last one. And good. Now, from the middle of your quad, right to below your hip. So if you're sitting down a lot, this could be more tender than the other part. Especially right up by that hip, hitting those hip flexors. A bunch of different muscles are connected up at the top of that quad, right below that hip. So really go slow. Get deep into that muscle every single time. Again, you can roll outward a little bit, kind of how I am. I'm more on the outside of the quad, below the hip, where I feel more tender. Some people might be more on the inside. So just find where it's more tender. So find that tender spot, hold it, and then you're doing those knee bends again. Breathe, relax. Let's do a couple more. And last one. All right, great. Time to switch legs. So come on up, relax it real quick. And make sure you have enough room. I'm just moving a bunch of stuff around. We're getting that left quad now. So start right above that knee and slowly roll to about the middle. Right leg is out into that army crawl, helping to support your body weight. Forearms are on the floor to also help support that body weight. Nice and slow, breathe heavy, get deep in every single roll. Again, the harder foam rollers will hurt a little bit more. So be careful. Remember that pain tolerance I was saying? If you're above an 8, you might want to stop or take a little bit of pressure off. All right, stop in the middle of that quad, nice and slow, bend those knees. Find that tender spot. And go nice and slow, try to relax those muscles as much as you can. Let's do one more. All right, now middle of the quad to right below the hip, nice and slow. And we're right back to the middle of that quad. Again, don't be afraid to turn that leg outward or inward to try to find that tender spot. And definitely make sure you stay away from any bones. You don't want to roll over your bones. Focus on mainly just your muscles. All right, stop right below that hip where it hurts or tender, and then bend that knee slightly, or slowly, sorry. And every day it's going to be a little bit different. Sometimes it might be tighter, which can cause a little bit more pain or tenderness, so just be careful. One more. Great. All right, come on up. We're going to get your upper back. So you don't want to go too low on your back because there are some internal organs. So you want to kind of stop right below the ribs, and then you focus rolling up to the base of your neck. All right, so the roller's behind you. I'm going to have you guys start kind of right below those ribs. A couple ways you can do it. You want to try to open up that back. Crossing those arms can help open up that back a little bit. Sometimes people like to support their neck So either way is fine for me or fine for you, just depends on your comfort level. So the hips are going to be up. And when you roll to the base of your neck, I want you to lift those hips up to kind of apply a little bit more weight. And when you roll to the bottom of your ribs, the hips come back down. So nice and slow. Test out your arm position, kind of see what you feel more. Really try to open up that back as much as you can. Some of you might feel some popping or cracking. You might always have to adjust the roller a little bit. A couple more. Just make sure you don't pull on that neck too much. Too much pulling can cause some strain or some extra tension. Now stop right in between those shoulder blades. This one I want you to actually cross those arms around you. You're going to do some side crunches. So think about pulling that right shoulder down towards that right hip and then switch. So we're just creating some cross friction here just to kind of heat up those muscles, release that fascia a little bit better. And this should feel pretty good on the back, not as painful as some of those other muscles that we were just hitting. A couple more. And good, relax. Now, my last one and this one is just the basic techniques. I call them snow angels. As a little kid living up in Boston, we used to go in the snow, laying on the back. We used to make a lot of snow angels. So you want to lay on that roller with your spine. Make sure your head and your butt are on the roller. Hands are out to your side. Palms are up. Want to make sure you have a lot of room. Try to keep those hands on the floor as you make a snow angel. A lot of you, your hands will probably have to lift when they come above the head, which is perfectly normal in the beginning, but eventually the hands will be down. Then keep the hands down, bring them all the way back to your hips, and then all the way back up. So you just make giant snow angels. As you're doing this, you want to try to keep your spine pushing down into that roller to really help resist everything that's going on and help stretch out your body even more. So that stomach is kind of pushing down. You're making those snow angels. You're going to feel this across that chest through your arms and shoulders. I want you to do about 10 to 15 of these. Nice and controlled. Be aware of what you're doing. And if it hurts to go too high, let those arms come up. Don't force it, but definitely ease into that range of motion. Because a lot of us sitting down a lot for work, or even technology is going to round your shoulders forward, which is going to impact your posture. So just be careful. Open yourself up. Let's do 5 more, and you guys are good. I want you guys to try to do this every single day, but listen to your body. If you are tender or feel a little bruised from the foam roller on your muscles, give it a day or two to actually let your muscles heal and then get back into it. All right, 1 more. And good. All right, sit on up. So that's your basic foam rolling techniques. There'll be a lot more coming your way, but if you guys can incorporate this short amount of time into your day every single day, you will feel a lot better. Your body will get more balanced out. Posture will be better. And just your overall vitality and health will improve. So good luck. Continue looking on my website. Check out the different pages, the nutrition, the products, even that fat burning machine that we have. We have everything that you guys need to make your lives better, healthier, and you'll look better. Until next time, talk to you guys soon.